Hello. Today we're going to build a character from the new Mechanist class and show you its unique features. Now, the Mechanist class has two character sheets, one for the person inside the mech suit and one for the mech suit itself. That also means it has two sets of squish points. The person inside is very squishy, and the mech suit itself has strong squish points. Also, uniquely, as you level the suit as opposed to the person inside, it doesn't benefit from beef. It's the suit that provides the beef. Benefits from geek, which is the ability of the mechanist to tweak their suit to gain more squish points. Okay, so let's first bring up our character sheets. Now, what I've done is I have already created levels 1 through 6 of the main character itself, which is fairly weak, as I said, and only has D6 squish dice, whereas the suit itself has D10 squish dice. Let's take a couple of seconds here to adjust. So let's first look at the suit. The main character sheet. So you see here, I'll just enlarge it slightly. This is level 1, as you see, Mechanist, gnome. I quite like the idea of small humanoid creatures like gnomes and halflings being inside lumping great suits to enhance their power. Put +2 in jock, so it's primarily a ranged attacker, and +1 in geek. Now let's have a look at the Mechanist suit. Now I've filled everything out already in that sheet. Now here I've added the suit beef armor class and squish points, which replace them. If you look at the Mechanist class playbook, you'll see here on page 4, here we go, these are the numbers, the stats that replace the main character numbers. So you have a ranged attack damage, which is a shoulder cannon, a built-in hand-to-hand weapon, which you can choose to be slashing, piercing or bludgeoning, the suit armor class, and the suit beef. So you see at first level it has equivalent of plate armor and one stronger beef than a character can achieve at level 1. It also has fairly standard movement, and all of these go up as you level up. So if you look at the leveling table, we've really, from that baseline I've created for all mechanists, there's really only one choice to make at level 1, which is an elective ability. If we check it out here, right, one mech suit innate ability. Now I've already put down the suit resistances and vulnerabilities. They're pretty much the same as constructs, like they're immune to poison damage and so on. However, some types of damage, such as fire and electricity, go through, and half of it attacks the person inside. Also, there are some form of damage, such as void and rot damage, and pain and anguish damage, which only affect the person inside. A mech suit is of no use to those, and there are no abilities that you can purchase as you level up to get rid of that. So there are clear advantages and disadvantages to a mechanist that will not improve by leveling. They'll get tougher, but they only get tougher at what they're good at, and they'll always have these innate weaknesses. So this is the conundrum really for playing a mechanist. They really need to be protected by frontline skirmish troops in order for them to either on the back line do long range damage, or on the front line acting as tanks to support them and clear the mobs away from them, so they can act as assault troops. Okay, so let's go back to our suit. and we need to choose an innate ability, and the innate abilities are here on page 2. Now I think there are really a couple of choices for the innate ability. If we go back to the seat here, of course there's a big range here, many of which are unique to the Mechanist. You can either make it a specialist in scrapping, tanking. I've already put target as our main attribute, so we perhaps should make a ranged weapon as one of the main ones. Brutal helps with both melee and long range weapon, and it's very powerful, increased critical levels by 1, but it doesn't trigger every round, of course, when you roll high for critical level. Perhaps that should be debuffed, so it's only available, say, above level 3 or 5 to all classes, possibly a little overpowered. But another ranged one is Cannon Kaboom, which gives explosive damage, and Cannoneer, which is +1 to all attack dice rolls. In this case, I will take Brutal, so I'll take the Brutal stats there, copy them, switch over to the suit. Slow today. That's switching over. There we go. Switch over the suit abilities and paste that one in. So you see here, chooses the first innate ability, Brutal, which increases the crit level if you do crit by 1. Now what you do now is you go to File, Save As, and _2, so that's the Mechanist suit level 2. I've already created that. I'll leave you to calculate the increased squish points, level proficiency bonus, skill bonuses, all of those leveling up things. What I really wanted to do here was just focus on the suit building abilities, and of course you need to go on that chart and increase your armor class, etc. So you can do that in your own time. That's fairly easy to do, lengthy if you do multiple characters at once, which I'm doing here. So you get an automatic leveling up ability at even number levels. In this case, you're staunch, you're resistant to being knocked prack or knocked prone, exactly like dwarfs really, because of the weight of no centre of gravity of the suits, which are deliberately weighted in the lower half to avoid being knocked prone, which, you know, if you topple in a suit, it can be quite hard to get up again. At second level, you get a fighting ability. So let's go to the character sheet, the playbook, and let's choose a fighting ability or additional weapon even from the list. And I think I already know what I'm going to do here. So we go to Mechanist class playbook. Here we go. Sorry, it's a bit slow. So there you see is the automatic level earned ability at level 2, staunch. So that you've got about 20 or 30 abilities here. So I think we'll add as a ranged attack specialist, we'll add a ranged attack. Now how about some of these are minimum levels, like Cone of Cold Cannon, Disintegrate Cannon, Firestorm Cannon. That should be minimum level 5 Frost Ray Cannon because it's same as a Fireball level 5. Learnable level 5 spell. Grape shot cannon. Casting a cone as opposed to the ability to have an explosive point. I think I'll choose the grape shot cannon. So, and this will fill in an additional slot here in the suit. Also tempted by harpoon cannon, but got to make a choice and be decisive about it when you create a character. Here we go. So let's put this in the cannon slots here. Put this on the other shoulder, so you got a choice. This is the grape shot cannon there. So there we have created our additional abilities for our level 2 character. We'll just save that. I won't go through all the levels through to 6, but you can see by level 6 you will have 9 abilities, innate abilities, or additional twists on your level attack. So get pretty powerful. I mean, the flexibility at mid levels is the great strength of this class. Props not as strong as wizards at the very high levels with their very powerful spells, but in terms of bang for the buck and the ability to clear a wedge through a battlefield, I think the Mechanists are possibly the first among equals for classes, but that's compensated for by their enormous weaknesses, which intelligent enemies can exploit. If you're fighting against unintelligent enemies like bug monsters, they are the fiercest class, the best class. Thank you very much.